welcome to the update. We're starting again, second year. Thank you for all your subscriptions, all your views, comments, really appreciate it. Unfortunately, I didn't get the buffing done when I wanted, and I didn't get the top side walkways done, going down either side. But that is what it is, you know. The main thing is it's got a coat of paint on, and she's looking quite nice. It's a big one now for moving on into this year. The big job is the insulation of the boat. Oh, there's another one over there, look. Cover's come off it completely now. Don't knock them. These boats are still committing finance to the economy. All the time they're sitting there, someone's paying for them. But yeah, let's have a little discussion about the outside first. It's looking quite nice. Now, I've been really grateful to some countries, Spain, America, Germany. Loads of people have put some really good input into this, so I'd like to put a little bit of that back into this boat. Now, one of the things I was thinking about, I'm sort of thinking about now, is basically what goes on the boat. Now, when this boat, in 2008, and I do believe 69 as well, that had a big Union Jack just here. Well, that's going to go back on, but I'm thinking about doing it slightly differently. I'm thinking about doing it square, as it was, but the way forward. That incorporates a bit of an American idea, because a lot of their Navy ships, the flags on their ships, they sort of blow in the forward direction, the way the ship's travelling, a way of moving forward. They always move forward. Let's put it that way. I think that's what it's all about. They like to think they're always moving forward. And then on the back of the boat, it used to have a very square, in 1969, it had a very square ocean pirate just here. And I don't like the squareness of the letters. So that's another thing what will change. I'll look at something a bit more fancy. Plus, in 69, there wasn't any steps on this. There's a ladder, what goes on the back of that now, or I should say a ladder, not steps. So that's another one. Walking down. Come to the very front of the boat. And we've got to start thinking about this now. Start putting them on order. The name, Ocean Pirate here. Again, it was a very square. I didn't like it. That's going to get something nice as well. But it's a nice second, you know, it's a second year. And to be honest, we're looking quite well. Now we're looking inside. And hopefully, the planning is insulation. Keeping the boat warm. Okay, let's go. Well, the first thing you'll notice here, it's going to be in number 49, is the corner of the starboard side battery area. Still need the inside to do that, but that's coming on with just this section here to sand down a veneer. Now the veneers I'm going to hit all in one big go, but that's definitely coming on, and we're actually starting to look a little bit like a wheelhouse at the moment. We do need to start clearing up some stuff, but let's have a look outside. One of the things I was a little bit disappointed about this year is I didn't get this walkway here done on both sides, but it's not going to be an issue because I'll put something up, but I'm going to do this completely differently. So actually I don't want this to be completely painted over. I want to use this base for adhesion because I'm going to plate it. This top side still needs to be sanded and painted. Obviously that's a spring job now. This window here on the right hand side, or I should say on the port side of the boat, that still needs to come out and be sealed, and so does the one on the other side, and so does this one down here on the starboard side, but they're not leaking. All the rest are fine. We've done this one earlier in the year, and we don't have any leaks in the boat. Obviously we didn't get the mast on, but what we did do is a huge amount considering the problems we had. But here, round this walkway will be an aluminium top, tread plate all the way round. Really, really solid. All these new boats keep turning up. Look at that. It's always a shame when you see a boat like that go to the bottom of the river. It's actually an ocean going boat, isn't it? It's an ocean vessel, or was originally. I don't know what the history of that is. Anyway, the teak top, I'd like to think I could get a base of oil over this at some point before we put the covers on, just for a little bit of protection. And this section on the top here, there will be covers going over it, but we don't have the same leaks as we had last year. A lot of them are gone, mainly because I've got a big rubber mat over that window on the top, which is useless. The mast will go in. That'll be spring now. What do we have down here? Let's have a look. Again, these walls have been veneered. This one was veneered, but I took the veneer off because I had a bad reaction with the glue. So that's got to be redone again. This power supply will end up becoming redundant in the next few weeks as the boards go in. And obviously we need to clean and sort this out and get it prepped up ready. Carry on with the insulation, especially in the roof, especially on the panels, and especially through here. Going through to the main cabin, which is going to be a big focus point in the next few weeks. You see the potential once you start to clear things out of the way. Look back at what this was like. Yeah, it's a building site. You think about a cover for that as well now, for the electric panel. And obviously, what's in the bottom here, big thing for now, the big thing, the one I've really got to get on with, is the insulation. Now we've got the backing foam, the backing foil, which goes on the inner panels all around the boat. We've got all the battens, we've got all the primers and the protections we need, we've got all the bolts, and we've got the foam. This is important. These sections here at the end, they are one of the last veneers. We've still got a bit of veneering to do, but for the bigger panels, I'm going to move on to them at some point. A lot of this, we need to have them done, but think about it, a lot of this is going to disappear. So we're not going to put expensive stuff down here. We'll insulate, we'll board, we'll treat the boards, we'll seal the boards, whatever we need to do to keep them, you know, away from the damp, and we get them in. But a lot of them will be hidden up, and the only access points will be where there's any pipes or valves or going to the outside, or, you know, things like drainage plugs and stuff. So there'll be access points there. But just here, we're now getting to the point of, do we keep the same format what was in the boat, where the galley was here? Because at the moment, that wall could be a galley wall, it could be a lounge wall, it doesn't matter. We haven't set a purpose yet. So do we keep it the same? You know, give us an idea if you like. Do we keep the lounge here, side table and, you know, cabinets and small wardrobe here, and maybe a seating area here, I don't know, or even a seating area here? You know, it's all in the air a little bit, and the galley on this side. That's the floor. Do we keep the galley on this side, you know, next to the shower? And this wall's got to come out. This is only there for my marker, so it's got to come out and be done. And then obviously all these trims in here, there's a lot of teak and oak and all sorts of stuff in there. We've got to do something with them as well, because we've got to get in there. But yeah, I still think the galley should really be there. But I do like the idea that just here we do have a window what opens. We do have ventilation if we want to. And yeah, do we do it? I don't know. This is something which I'm going to have to think about. I'll take any of your ideas and look at the original layout. Do you think this area would be a better galley, or this area here, which was the original galley? Again, this would all need to be cleared out and insulated as best we can. Now, the interesting thing about this boat is if you look here, just here, it's quite amazing. I realise this is double skinned, because if you look on the outside of the boat, it comes down here, we then have the rib, then at the bottom it comes in more on the inside, but you don't have that on the outside. There's a double skin there, which is absolutely tremendous, because it really does give it some impact protection. And that double skin carries on down here behind this door and ends up somewhere about here somewhere. And it was only the other day when I was sitting in the boat and I was thinking, that comes in more, but on the outside it's absolutely straight. Another little impressive find, the way this boat was built. It's been reinforced. And that includes the bow with the impact where the chain locker is going to be. It's just a tremendous bit of thought went into it, and a lot of work. Lovely. Once we've got the battens up, we've got room in this end time to look at what we're going to put in the floors and stuff like that. We've got the tanks to do still, but we know what we're doing with the tanks. So we've got the engine bay to do. We need to clear that right out. So yeah, we're heading towards spring. It'd be lovely to have this done. Lovely. Move on. Yeah, we had a year, so dogged with problems to start with, dogged with water, dogged with damp, dogged with everything. And the main cabin was so damp you couldn't do anything with it. We've attacked bilges, we've attacked areas now. We can slowly go back to them areas now and start sanding, painting, getting stuff ready. And I've actually got all the stuff to go in the bilges near enough, pretty much all of it. Been lovely to get it in, lovely. And there's our pirate. The best one in this part of the yard. And I think it will be the best ship in this yard when it's finished. Yeah, okay. Crack on. Let's get on.